Welcome to Dark Knight Films Reviews, Hammer Productions Night. Tonight's review is The Land That Time Forgot.
Now, this film was Amicus's attempt to cash in on the success that Hammer was having with their prehistoric women films. And adapting an Edgar Rice Burroughs story into a film like this, it might have been a profitable and good idea for them to do that. But I don't think, from watching this film, that they had the kind of budget to be able to pull something like this off. And a majority of this film is spent on a submarine location. Even at the beginning, when the submarine blows up, the big ship that's supposed to be Doug McClure's character and Keith Barron's character's craft that they were on, none of them on that, where you see a bunch of people around, is there. The cast is highly limited to just a few actors playing the survivors on that craft and the characters from the submarine that attacked it, which are led by John McEnery. Now, where they missed the mark on this one as well, it's apparent it's a lower budget, and when they get to the island, a lot of the island locations are very limited as well. And the monsters, the dinosaurs and all that stuff, are apparent from the first dinosaurs we see, which is the pterodactyls for the most part. They are horribly cheaply done. And as well as the other dinosaurs, they have the Allosaurus in here, which is really basically just a puppet. And then they have one from the water that comes up like a sea creature, and it is very, very evident that it is just a puppet. And in the shots where it's supposed to be attacking McClure and the rest of them, it is basically just this cheaply made head that they stick in there and use. And it really cheapens the film when you're seeing these supposedly big moments and it's laughable creatures. This is not near the stop motion badass effects that Hammer was doing in some of these films at the time, or at the time before this. And even some of Hammer's later prehistoric films are highly superior to this. And the other thing that they really failed to exploit in this, that Hammer was, of course, is they have an attractive woman in this with Susan Penhaligon. And unlike the image you see behind me with her showing all that cleavage and everything, she doesn't look like that in this film. That is only for the artwork. She is a scientist-like character named Lisa, who really dresses more, she's covered a lot in this. You're not seeing a lot of skin from her as a character, which is fine, and she does a great performance in that. She's believable. It's not like Denise Richards trying to play a scientist or anything like that in James Bond. She's pretty good, but if you're going to try and exploit this kind of film that Hammer has excelled at pretty much at this point, you have to nail those things that people are going to be looking for. And of course, their artwork tries to promote it like that, and they show off the cleavage. They show off that they're going to have a lot of that in there. But whenever you watch the film, it doesn't have it. It does have a lot of action in it. There are a lot of fight sequences in here, which are they're better done than the dinosaur sequences in the film. Although they are highly limited, like I said, you have the fight sequences are taking place on the top of a submarine, and then you have fight sequences taking place in these wooded areas where it's fairly simplistic and easy to pull off these sequences. But Doug McClure is fairly good as the lead in this, although, you know, I've never considered Doug McClure a really great actor. He's serviceable in the films that he's in. So he's serviceable in this as well. And like I said, they really missed the mark with Susan Penhaligon in here, because, I mean, she's just kind of wasted in this scientist role. Although, you know, like I said, she does a good job in what she's given. But yeah, from the letdown of the dinosaur effects and everything throughout it, to the budget constraints that this film was going by, yeah, this is not a good film for Amicus. I think they should have stayed out of this kind of a genre if they couldn't get this done properly with the big budgets, or bigger budgets, that Hammer was using on these films. So, with that being said, my review for The Land That Time Forgot, I am going to give this film a 7.0 out of 10. It's a serviceable film, but some of the effects are kind of laughable, and it just really pulls you out of the experience and the story. Even though it was really low budget as far as the submarine scenes and stuff like that with the characters, you know, it's at least intriguing and keeping you involved. But once you get to the island, you know, everything starts to become more comical instead of serious, and unintentionally so. But what do you guys think of The Land That Time Forgot? Do you agree with my review? Do you disagree? Let me know in those comments down below. And as usual, if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell icon so you can be notified about future videos just like this one. And while you're by the subscribe button, click that join button and become a Dark Knight fan. As a Dark Knight Fan Plus member, you have access to an area on the channel where you can request a movie, TV series, or ranking video of your choosing. And when that video goes up, it will go up for all Plus members prior to it going up on the channel for all other subscribers. So if you want to get interactive and help me to get more movies, TV series, or ranking videos that I might not normally cover on this channel, become a Plus member.
Well, that's it for another Hammer Productions Night. If you missed last week's Hammer Productions Night, check out the link up here to get caught up on that one. Or if you missed any of the other Hammer Productions Night, be sure and check out the playlist right here to get caught up on any of them that you have missed.